Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Max and Me channel, and this is going to be Vintage Knives Collection number 5, and I'm going to show this Camillus knife. And I did a little trivia question at the end of my last video asking you guys if you knew what this knife was. A lot of you guys answered correctly, but not the answer that I was looking for. A lot of you guys said it was a mariner's knife, and you were pretty much on the right track. I know this knife as a Marlin spike. So let me just first get into Camillus knives themselves. They were a really large manufacturer in the United States. They dated back to around 1876. And they made knives for all different other brands, especially this particular knife. They made it for Case, K-Bar, Utica, and Buck. So they were a pretty popular knife company all the way up till about 2007, where they filed bankruptcy. And then the company name was actually bought by another company called Acme United Corporation, I believe, and that was in 2009. But they pretty much, from 2009 on, they pretty much went to the tactical side of stuff, and the knives are manufactured outside the United States in like Taiwan, China, and other Asian countries, I believe. But anyways, let's get into this. This is a pretty rare find. I found this knife. You wouldn't believe how much I paid for it, and I crap you not, I paid $6 for this knife with a bunch of others. And you can look on probably eBay or Etsy right now, and this particular knife is probably up around 200 bucks. Mind you, that is a mint condition one. This is not mint condition. This one actually has been used quite substantially. So let me get into the knife. First of all, this particular knife is a Camillus silver sword Marlin spike. And these were made pretty much from the 60s to the 80s. And they were made for the United States Navy, I believe. This particular model is a model 696. And like I said, it's a silver sword Marlin spike. The 696 has the serrated blade. The 695 has a plain blade, and the 697 actually has a different handle. It looks like more like a peanut handle with like the indentions in it in brown. The blade is not locking. It's a sheep's foot, as you can see, and you can see that someone really did a job sharpening this knife. I think it gives it more character. You know it was used. You can see it got a gouge right there. And pretty much this knife at the other end, you guys were right. A lot of you guys asked, you said that, or actually answered and said that this was a mariner's knife. And basically, it is a, a seaman or a bosun's knife. They would call this a bosun's knife. Bosun's knife is locking. When the blade locks, when the Marlin spike locks like this, it's pretty much known as a bosun's knife, and it's used to tie knots and untie knots. That's what this is for. It's not for fishing and spiking a fish like some people have said. That's what I thought it was for. Actually, I thought it was for actually a vet. When I saw it, I thought it was to pull pieces out of a horse's foot and stuff like that when horseshoeing, something that a vet would use, but I was totally wrong. Another version of this would be non-locking. By the way, it unlocks by pushing the clip down, and then it unlocks. But they have another version of this would be a Yachtsman, where it doesn't lock at all, and that would be a Yachtsman Marlin spike. But pretty much a wicked cool find. I got this I don't know how, a few months ago. I was at Brimfield Antique show. They have it 3 times a year here in Massachusetts, and I picked this up, no lie, $6, and I am totally happy with it. It wasn't in this condition when I got it. I had to take the Dremel to it and remove all the tarnish and the rust that was on it, and actually free up the Marlin spike. The Marlin spike was frozen solid in an open position when I got it, and you can see that I pretty much did an excellent job in freeing it up. So I don't know what else to say. Yeah, 3-inch Marlin spike at one end. It's 4 3/8 closed, 4 3/8 of an inch closed. It's got a 3-inch partially serrated sheepswood blade. So that's pretty much it. And like I said, Silver Sword Marlin spike number 969, and a pretty rare find. If you're into these old knives and you want to look it up, you will definitely know that this goes for quite a pretty penny, and I am not gonna separate with this thing. This thing is definitely staying in the collection because it's so rare. And like I said, it was definitely used. I like knives that are used, and that it gives it sort of like a character. Like you don't know who could have been using this at one time period. It was in the it could have been in the 60s during one of the wars, during Vietnam, or in one of the other wars that we had. It could have been used. Another knife that I'm going to show you guys, and you guys will probably pretty much guess this right away when I show it. And this is one of my older knives. It's from the 40s, I would say post-war, and this is a pretty, I wouldn't say unique, but it does go for a little bit of money, like on Etsy and like on eBay. But I want you guys to give me the correct answer on this one. And it's not a survival knife. That's not the what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a particular name of this knife. And if you guys are into knives, you'll probably know just by seeing it. This is it's stainless steel, and it's from Japan. Post-war Japan. After World War II, they started making these, and this is definitely from like 1946, or between 1946 and 1950. That's what I can guess. It has no stamp at all besides the stainless steel on the spoon. That's right there. And it has one other marking. It has all these different tools, by the way. This carver or whatever, it's like a stripper. We would like strip bark. It's got your, your can opener, bottle opener. It's got a pretty decent 4-inch clip point blade. It's got a saw that will still work. You can see the tarnish on this. It's a pretty old knife. It does have a pair of scissors, and it's a pretty cool knife. I had it pretty much all my life, and there's one other stamp on there, right there. It's just 2 little dots on the awl, and I do not know what it means. There is no other markings whatsoever on any of these tools. It's got a corkscrew. It's got a file / screwdriver. double-sided file. I think there's two different coarseness to those files. And this is like, the last tool I'm going to show is like a somewhat of a sewing needle or something that would be used for. You see the loop in there? A leather punch. Maybe that's what that is, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a leather punch. So I want a particular name of this knife. No looking up on Google, guys. I want to see who knows their knives. So thanks for tuning in to the Max and Me channel and for Vintage Knives Collection number 5. Camillus, Silver Sword, Marlin Spike, and next video's trivia answer. You guys give me the name. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, guys. Be well, use your thumbs like the amazing human beings that we are. Peace out.